If you've ever known something to be true, yet if you dare tell a soul you already know they wouldn't believe you, then you must know exactly what I'm feeling right now, knowing that you won't believe the truth in the story that I have to tell. But I will tell you the whole story, because I also know that soon the truth that I know will be revealed to everyone who believes the truth that I already know. The beginning of understanding this truth can only come with understanding that the truth isn't in knowing, but rather understanding that we can't know anything without first believing something, and that everything we already believe was formulated in the past without knowing the truth about everything else. So I already know you won't believe my story, a story that begins 4 years ago, back in 2029, when I stayed on as a stagehand for a small circuit tour company at the tail end of a stint I did overseas, which has little to do with this story that I know you're already finding hard to believe. But my hope isn't that you believe my story. It's only that you see the truth contained within it. And the only reason I mentioned where I was up until October of 29 is that overseas is where I was coming from when I returned home that year. Home is SYD Studio, been that way since 1995. When Sid and I first came here, right after school let out for the summer, that's something in and of itself you may have found more believable, had I not already told you where I spent the summer of 29. And I do realize how jarring on a mind it can be to hear of things that haven't happened yet in the past tense from where you stand. But I hope you realize the future is no mystery once we understand the truth about the past. In 29, most everybody was concerned about the future, as I recall. Rumors of global lockdowns persisting. Meanwhile, some are claiming conspiracy, some kind of cover-up, so not to reveal where the giant locusts came from in the first place. I could only speculate on the details surrounding that, but I do find it interesting that crickets have become staple in the last decade or so, and over the same period of time, the wild locusts have become a force to reckon with, greatly affecting land use. I might have made that last part up about the giant locusts, but I want to leave it up to you to decide what part of the story you want to believe.